International Monetary Fund Deputy Managing Director Antoinette Sayeh is in Zambia for talks with the government and other stakeholders as that country seeks a bailout package from the money lending institution. As our correspondent in Lusaka, Davies, Sikopo reports, the IMF is ready to bail out Zambia, but on conditions that receives positive assurances.
Today, a country that has a population of about 18 million people has been struggling with $31.7 billion debt, both locally and internationally. In seeing its debt mountain standing so high, the Southern African country has for years now been pursuing the International Monetary Fund to come to its aid, and not until 2021, when the IMF and Zambia reached a staff-level agreement on a $1.4 billion 3-year extended credit facility, meaning one of the highest points in talks before a full bailout package is granted to any country. Following a series of meetings with officials from the money lending club, Zambia has not rested but keep looking the IMF way, hoping for a positive response as soon as possible. And now, the fund's Deputy Managing Director, Antoinette Sayeh, has come for high-level talks with Zambian authorities and other stakeholders. The IMF Deputy Chief arrived Tuesday to a meeting with Zambia's President Hakainde Hichilema at State House, where she affirmed her organization's eagerness to work and support Zambia.
We certainly want to do our part to push and
The high-level talks between the IMF and the Zambian government will focus on recent economic developments, the effects of the global economic developments such as high oil and fertilizer prices on the Zambian economy, and discuss progress made on debt restructuring. Debt restructuring is an important step towards a formal program with the IMF, and depending on how the two, Zambia and IMF, conclude their long talks, Zambians remain hoping for the best. Accompanied by a team of robust economic and financial credentials, Managing Director Sayeh also urges Zambia to work towards its debt restructuring with other creditors whose talks begin this Thursday.
Encourage creditors to get that process done as quickly as possible so that we can then go to our board with the program that we've been working with you to design. So we're doing all on our side to make sure that we will be ready to move forward as soon as we have those financing assurances that can only come from the creditors.
For Zambia's president, this is a great opportunity to engage each other, mapping out the long-awaited deal. Hichilema later thanked the IMF for the special drawing rights allocation of $1.3 billion, part of which has been put towards supporting the social sector expenditure in the 2022 national budgets.
Long before the elections, that this will be one of our critical agenda items, because it was clear for us that we needed to focus on economic and social reconstruction. After all, we campaigned on the platform of change, and that change was to rebuild the economy.
The IMF Managing Director is Wednesday interacting with Finance Minister Dr. Sikopo and other stakeholders in various meetings scheduled. Finance Minister Sikopo, after this meeting with the IMF, is Thursday invited for a Paris club where creditors are part of that meeting, and Zambia will share its part as it seeks for reconstruction of its debt.
Restructuring can mean either the level of debt is slashed or so-called haircut, which means that a portion of it is forgiven. Another approach is simply to make the debt to be payable over a longer period of time. You can also do a treatment or restructuring based on reducing the interest rate.
From the $31.7 billion Zambia's non-debt as of December 2021, $17.2 billion is external debt, and from that, China is owed more than any other international creditors. Despite Zambia pushing for its creditors to understand its restructuring process, it is on record of defaulting in debt repayment to its creditors. Reporting for the SABC's Channel Africa in Lusaka, Zambia, I am Davies, Sikopo.
In the Democratic Republic of Congo, while preparations are continuing for repatriation by Belgium of the remains of Patrice Emery Lumumba, the first Congolese Prime Minister, some of his children have opposed it. Guy Patrice Lumumba and his brother Michel Lumumba do not agree with the Congolese government and President Felix Tshisekedi, whom they accuse of political recovery of the remains of their father, which above all else belonged to the family. As Jean Obamweza reports from Kinshasa, they maintain that the remains won't come.
The statement of these two sons of Patrice Emery Lumumba, the Democratic Republic of Congo's national hero, has come a few days before the repatriation of their father's tooth, which is the only relic Belgium must hand over to the Congolese government. The tooth is expected here in the DRC on June 22nd, but Michel Lumumba and Guy Patrice Lumumba have opposed such a repatriation they describe as a political recovery by President Felix Tshisekedi. What they don't really understand is the reason why President Tshisekedi wants to apply to the Lumumba family what the Tshisekedi family had refused to Joseph Kabila while he was still president of this country.